First match on the card, Bray Wyatt versus Kane in a Ring of Fire match. Okay, let me first say, I love Bray Wyatt. Well, I really like the Bray Wyatt character that they're doing. It's sort of like a Southwest Manson family sort of thing, or kind of getting a little hint of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre inbred sort of crazy people. And so far, I'm loving what they're doing with this. Like, their promos being kind of like, not really Lynchian, but like as close to Lynchian as WWE can be. And like their saying is "follow the buzzards," which is kind of cool because buzzards, circle over people that are about to die, and so it's kind of a cool saying for them to boast. And like it makes a lot more sense than the Shield, looking for justice when really they're just beating the crap out of random guys. All due respect to the Shield, love the Shield, but yeah. And their merch, Bray Wyatt came out rocking the new Wyatt family merch, which looks awesome and has it has something on the back too that looks really awesome. It's not just like a one-sided thing. And the artwork's cool. It says "Follow the Buzzards" on it, and it's that sheep's head sort of thing. It looks really cool, and their entrance is great. One of the most creative entrances that I've seen in recent WWE. Only real complaint is that it does like the sort of thing where it's like cuts. You don't see anything, and then you see him light a match or light a punk, and then he puts on a fire and a lantern, and he says, "We're here." And then he sort of blows out the lantern. Then they come out, and he's got like an electric lantern, which I understand they kind of have to have in order for, like what would they do if they got halfway down the rampway and the thing just kind of went out? But they let him use a real one after the match, and it looked so much cooler. Maybe if they have him come down with the fire one, and maybe have Rowan or Harper kind of carrying an electric one at their side, just in case. I mean, the lights are already off anyway. No one would see them carrying it. And then when they get down to the end of the rampway and Bray Wyatt blows out the thing, then they can stash it by ringside or something, and one of the officials could take it back or something. I don't know. But yeah, all that aside, Bray Wyatt, or shall I say Husky Harris. Well, no, I can't really judge him for this match because it's how good can a Kane match really be, and but there were a couple things that I didn't really. This match was kind of meh. I mean, well, I wasn't really a big fan of this match going into it just because it was like, I challenge you to a Ring of Fire match. And I'm like, does he mean Inferno match? And they keep throwing around the term. There's a Ring of Fire match. We've never seen anything like this Ring of Fire match. I'm like, Inferno match. This is an Inferno match. And then, and even on the way down to the ring, I think it was King. King said, we've never seen anything like this Ring of Fire match. I'm like, okay, why are they burying the fact that the Inferno match existed before for a while? But then I talked to one of my buddies at work. He's like, well, you know why they're probably calling it Ring of Fire, right? Because, we're in the PG era, and I'm guessing that, in a Ring of Fire match, you win by pinfall or submission, and you can't set them on fire. And I'm like, oh, damn it, you're probably right. And he was. But at the same time, I was really down about that, but now that I think about it, really, it's probably a better way to show a wrestler's strength than, to truly beat their opponent. It's kind of like the same thing with a tables match. Pinning an opponent or making an opponent tap out, you can say that you beat them. Whereas people can fall through tables, and that's how tables matches have ended in the past, and it's been bullshit. Same thing with Inferno matches. I think it was, I forget who it was, but they were in an Inferno match with Kane, and I think somebody or maybe it might have even been Kane. They were going to boot them to the face, caught the boot, just kind of set it on the fire, and then that was the end of the match. Kind of anticlimactic. So actually, this could have been really good. So like, I decided I was going to give it a chance. And like I said, Kane, Husky Harris, how good could it have really been? But at the same time, there were a couple things in the match that I didn't really care for. Like, for some reason, like, Bray Wyatt, he threw Kane into the corner, and he was gonna run at the corner and, you know, do like a, I don't know, body splash or something. But he decided to run the other turnbuckle. Like, you know how like wrestlers, like they'll sort of spring themselves off the ropes to kind of give them a little bit of a push. He did that with the turnbuckle, and it kind of looked stupid because the turnbuckles are always kind of just like the thing you slam each other into because they're somewhat reinforced. So springing off of one, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but I was just kind of like, what? I mean, yeah, Daniel Bryan does like kind of like runs into the turnbuckle to kind of stop himself before he takes off, but I don't know, I'm probably dwelling on it too much. But there was another, like they kept doing these spots where Rowan and Harper are trying to get into the ring to help Bray, and like they tried, you know, using a fire extinguisher on the outside, and then they went back up and the flames shot up. Oh, I'm still glad that they do that. You know, that's one thing that carried over from the Inferno match that apparently we've never seen before, is that when they slam each other, the fire shoot up. That is actually a pretty good bit of theatrics. But they use the fire extinguisher on the side of the ring, try to get in, but the fire shoot up, and they're like, ah! But then, like, I think, who was it? I think it was Harper. Harper, yeah. He grabs a kendo stick, and he's trying to hand it in to Bray, and the fire shoot up, and it catches fire. And instead of just kind of throwing it in, he, like, holds it, looks at the fire, and I don't know if he was trying to sell it like the kendo stick was hot, and so therefore he dropped it, and then one of the firemen outside sprayed it down with a fire extinguisher, or if they're supposed to be kind of like running, like making it like they're afraid of fire. But it was just kind of like a really stupid looking spot. And then now that I think about it, I didn't even think of this before, but like since they sprayed it down with a fire extinguisher liquid, you'd think that he could then take it and just kind of huck it into the ring. Once again, I'm dwelling too much on it. It was a stupid spot. And then eventually, Kane chokeslammed the shit out of him, Bray Wyatt twice, and it's looking like he's gonna just completely finish him. And then Harper and Rowan get a fireproof blanket, put it over the side of the ring, and then they run in and do what they've been doing for the past couple weeks, just run in and beat the crap out of him. Bray Wyatt does his swinging reverse STO that was his finisher when he was Husky Harris, but now he actually put like a little kiss on the forehead. Kind of neat, adds to the creepiness of his character. And then, so Bray defeats Kane, and then at the end of the match, they do this weird thing where Bray Wyatt sits in the rocking chair, and Harper and Rowan like set up Kane like they're gonna do like a ritualistic murdering of a baby or something, where like they put the stairs down, they like bend him over the stairs like with his arms behind his back. Like, no, actually more like they're putting him in a guillotine, which is kind of what they did. They had him on top of the steel steps, and then they brought the other steel steps like above his head. They were both holding it, like how it has that little like V indent. Like they had it like that, and then they like brought it down on his head like a guillotine, and like Kane, he completely no-sold it. Like, he did not sell it at all. I get that it's supposed to be like they killed him, but like, at least like a little death twitch or something at the start. If you want him to be like you knocked him out, even just like a little and then be dead, but whatever. And then they turned on the actual lantern, and they carried Kane out, which I don't know what that meant, but then that got me thinking. I was like, what would be cool is if they actually started doing like a thing like the Ministry used to do, where they would be recruiting people, and it kind of grew from there. They kind of already have the tag team like in place of the Acolytes, And if they brought Kane in, that would actually kind of, I don't know, maybe that would add something. I don't know. That's just brainstorming possible ideas. I don't even know. I think that might. I don't know. Maybe that's just their excuse to bring Kane out of action for a while. I don't know. I haven't seen Raw yet. So yeah, overall the match was. It was meh, but it was an okay match to start out the card with, I guess. You know, kind of got the fans riled up because that is actually a pretty good way to get the fans hot, is to, you know, with those slams, the fire shoots out. That is actually kind of cool. And okay match. You know, I can't really form a accurate opinion on Bray Wyatt yet, so I'll see how he fares on Raw and after he's been in a couple more matches. Maybe Husky's been doing a little bit more, you know, training, maybe, because I never really liked him before, and I was wondering, why are they pushing him so much? Why are they giving him all this really cool stuff when really he's just meh? But like, then I was like, well, they brought back McGillicuddy, and they're really trying to push him. Hell, they gave the guy the Intercontinental title, for fuck's sake. But they're really doing that because, like, to push that, you know, he's the lineage of Kurt Hennig, or he, you know, Kurt Hennig was his dad. So I'm thinking, like, maybe because WWE loves doing this. They love getting the sons or relatives of people that were already famous wrestlers, like, you know, Tamina Snuka, Natalya, who actually kind of deserves it. She's actually a really good wrestler on her own. Tamina Snuka, McGillicuddy, Cody Rhodes, even though Cody Rhodes also deserves it. Ted DiBiase Jr. And I'm like, something tells me that Husky Harris has a famous wrestling daddy, and he does. But well, also his brother's Bo Dallas, who is actually really awesome. But their dad is IRS, Erwin R. Shyster, the guy, the wrestling I think he was a tax man or something like that, or insurance. No, I think he was. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't pay your taxes. You know, that guy who come down to the ring rocking the white button-up shirt, the sleeveless white button-up, and the tie. He would hit people with a briefcase, I think. I don't know. I remember watching old wrestling VHSs and seeing him, and I was like, huh. Okay, I guess that's why they're pushing him, but they're not really. I don't know. I thought that was a neat little bit of trivia, but anyways, enough. I've gone for almost 13 minutes on this, and this is just the first match. Oof, I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but anyways, yep, that was first match, kind of okay. And now on to the next match.